It really is. And, think about a time maybe you felt overwhelmed, maybe snapped at someone, reacted in a way you regretted later. What was the root cause of that specific moment? This framework helps you pinpoint it with that same kind of clarity.
Okay, so we've got the mindset, the process, but what about the tools? What do you actually use to put correction into practice effectively?
Great question. Let's dive into some tangible tools that make correction easier, especially for root cause analysis.
We already mentioned the 5 whys technique, which Aid used. Simple, but effective.
Very effective for drilling down. But there are others. Two really powerful ones are the fishbone diagram, sometimes called an Ishikawa diagram, and fault tree analysis.
Okay, tell us about the fishbone diagram.
The fishbone is fantastic for visualizing potential causes, especially when a problem seems to have lots of contributing factors. You draw a central line, the spine leading to the problem, which is the head.
And the bones.
Then you draw bones branching off, representing categories. Common ones are things like people, process, equipment, environment, maybe materials, management. It depends the context.
And under each category.
You brainstorm specific potential causes related to that category. It really helps you map out the whole landscape of possibilities. A customer service team, for instance, could use it to explore why their average call handling time has shot up.
Mapping out factors like training issues, software glitches, maybe called volume spikes.
Exactly. It gives you that broader perspective.
Okay, and fault tree analysis. Sounds more technical.
It is a bit more quantitative, yeah. It's often used in more complex systems like engineering, project management, safety analysis. It works backward from a specific undesirable event or failure.
How does it work?
It uses logic gates like ANY gates where multiple things must fail, or OR gates where any single failure suffices to map out all the possible combinations of lower level failures or conditions that could lead to that top level event.
So it's really good for understanding critical paths,
Hmm.
identifying single points of failure.
Precisely. If you're managing a large-scale project launch, maybe, and a specific system failure would be absolutely catastrophic, you'd use a fault tree to rigorously analyze and prevent it.
Okay, so those help find the root cause. What about choosing the right solution once you've brainstormed options?
Right. For solution selection, we mentioned criteria. A really useful tool here is a simple solution selection matrix.
How does that work?
You list your potential solutions down one side. Then across the top, you list your key criteria, things like feasibility, so how easy is it actually to implement? Impact, how much will it actually solve the problem? And trackability, can we measure its success?
And then you score each solution against each criterion.
Exactly. Maybe on a simple 1 to 5 scale.
Yeah,
It helps you objectively compare options and prioritize those actions that give you the best balance of, say, urgency and long-term sustainability. Take some of the guesswork out.
Makes sense. And then for implementation and tracking.
Well, the GRACE framework itself offers a really practical GRACE journal template. It's simple, but forces clarity.
What's the structure?
You just list C, correction,
Oh.
then root cause, identify it, then short-term fix, describe the action, and finally long-term solution, describe the new habit or system. It's a concrete, guided way to apply the whole thought process.
That sounds really useful for personal application.
It is. And of course, in our digital world, apps can help too. You could use something like Notion to create databases tracking root causes and solutions over time.
Or maybe Trello.
Yeah, Trello's great for visualizing progress on system changes. You could set up boards with columns for identified problem, root cause found, solution being tested, correction embedded.
I also like the idea of trigger mapping. Can you explain that again?
Sure. It's about getting really specific about the cues that lead to unwanted behavior.